Today's video is about why surrender is not the opposite of resistance. This is another misconception, right? And this misconception stops you from surrendering. The more you buy into this, the more far away you are from actually surrendering, from really surrendering to the moment, really seeing your true nature as pure consciousness, and really getting stuck in this cycle of identifying with your separate self. Because where you identify with resistance, where there is resistance, who resists? The illusion of the separate self is the one who is resisting. So the more you resist to the experience, the more you're telling yourself that you are the separate self. You are not consciousness, because consciousness is just this free flow of experience. It is just this aware, free flow of experience without any judgment or commentary. Maybe there is judgment and maybe there is commentary. But you know what? There is no identification with that judgment or that commentary. Okay, there is no resistance to that happening. There is no resistance to thoughts coming up. People think that if I'm resisting right now, I'm not in a surrendered state. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. Because the resistance comes up, you can actually choose to surrender to that resistance coming up. Then that resistance just becomes an experience or an expression of consciousness. The more you fixate on that resistance, the more you fixate on a certain object of consciousness, what happens is that you reinforce the idea that there is an entity that is fixating on this. So this is fixating on that. Creates a duality. The less you fixate on things, the less you fixate on things, the less you resist the free flow of experience, the more you resist the natural occurrence, the natural expression of consciousness, the more you're actually blocking you being pure consciousness, the more you're reinforcing the idea that you are the separate self, because you create the duality. So in your experience, if you want to be surrendered, what you should do is, if the resistance comes up in your experience, surrender to that also. Okay, because that is just an experience of consciousness. That resistance doesn't mean that you aren't surrendered. If you are resisting something which goes on inside of you, an emotion and a sensation or a life situation, and there is subtle resistance to it, yeah, be aware of that resistance. See if you can surrender to that experience, to that life situation, to that sensation. But if you aren't able to surrender to that, then I suggest surrender to that experience of resistance. You don't need to be perfect. We are talking about self-realization here. We're talking about non-dual realization here. For that, you don't need to be completely pure. That purification comes after you awake. The purification you are trying to do is nothing compared to what you will go through after you realize what oneness is. Because then, when you live as awareness, there is no egoic charge or egoic defense to protect your inner wounds, to protect your inner impurities and insecurities. As the defense and as the barriers of the ego are loosened up, all of your insecurities, all of your impurities come to the surface to heal. So, you think that you need to be completely pure to awaken? Completely bullshit. Your real purification starts after you get awake. Awakening is not enlightenment, guys. Another misconception. And I know you have a lot of more misconceptions like this. To get free of them, you cannot watch videos and have some ideas which you misconceive, which you misinterpret for that. And basically, you don't need to take help. you know all of your misconceptions are gonna get dissolved as you go ahead in your journey, because consciousness evolves. You will never get stuck, right? So that again brings me to the concept of surrender. Surrender to the experience even if you're imperfect at the moment, because trust in consciousness that you will evolve. Trust in consciousness that you will go in the right direction. Whatever is happening for the best. You have to have that trust. And what surrender actually is just another word for awareness. Surrendering to the experience of the current moment, of the present moment, the action of surrendering to the present moment, to the experience of present moment, is what your true nature actually is. Awareness surrenders to the experience of the present moment. So, the action of surrendering to the now is you. You are surrender. Your true nature is surrender. And I'm saying that is an action of surrendering, right? It even isn't an action. It's not an action. It's nothing. It just is. It's effortless. These concepts kind of goes over your head, but if you don't understand it, do not beat yourself up. You will get it in time. Okay? If you don't get all of these concepts, if you have these misconceptions which you want to get over with fast, if you want certain tailor-made practices for you, bro, let me help you. Let me talk to you. I love talking about this. I love helping people. I love helping people in your journey. It helps me, it helps you. You don't need me, but I will accelerate your process for you. I will show you where you are misled, where you are misinformed, where you have misconceptions. And trust me, I had a lot. In time, I was lucky enough that all of my misconceptions went away quickly, and I had the opportunity of recognizing what oneness was in like a young age. Not everybody has that. A lot of you are just stuck in these wrong conceptions about awakening, wrong conceptions about oneness. You are doing practices, and they are kind of, in some places, not completely right. You will get it right in time, but it takes time. Might take a month, might take a year, might take 10 years. Let me help you. Helps me as well. Click the link below, book a meeting with me, and we'll get to work. See ya.